The president's legal team has suggested that if he goes to testify before Bob Mueller's grand jury or talk to Bob Mueller, that would be a perjury trap.
Hey, Bob, you know it. Why do you want to get him under oath? You think we're fools? You want to get him under oath because you want to trap him into perjury. Well, we're not going to let you do that.
That's just wrong. My name is Randall Eliasson. I currently teach white-collar criminal law at George Washington University Law School. I was an assistant U.S. attorney in Washington, D.C. from 1989 until 2001. This is just the white-collar crime textbook in the chapter on perjury, and it talks about the idea of a perjury trap as a possible defense. Quote, "A perjury trap is created when the government calls a witness before the grand jury for the primary purpose of obtaining testimony from him in order to prosecute him later for perjury." It's a claim of prosecutorial misconduct, that you're not calling the witness for some legitimate investigative reason, but because you want to charge him with perjury. That's not what's going on in the Mueller investigation at all. Mueller has every legitimate reason to want to talk to the president, who's at the center of pretty much everything that he's investigating. Now, he may go and commit perjury, but that doesn't mean that being called to testify was a perjury trap. They'll use it as a bargaining tactic with Mueller's team to try to maybe limit questions somehow, or say, well, we won't testify under oath, but we'll answer written questions, things like that. It's those kind of negotiations that are going on now. But I think it's primarily a public relations ploy more than anything, because it's clearly not a perjury trap. But I think by making that argument repeatedly, it feeds into the broader strategy that the Trump lawyers have been pursuing all along, which is to discredit Mueller's investigation. Later on in that same chapter, the textbook notes, most courts hold that if there was a legitimate basis for an investigation and for particular questions that were answered falsely, the perjury trap defense must be rejected. So that's what we're talking about. So calling this a perjury trap is kind of like calling driving a car a speeding trap. You know, so you get behind the wheel, and that gives you the opportunity to speed, but you don't have to.